Have you ever wondered how exactly the Antichrist will rule over the whole world? His ambition is to seize control of the entire world. But how could a single individual achieve such unprecedented dominance? It's never happened before, although many have tried. So how exactly might this extraordinary feat be accomplished? The answer will absolutely shock you. Today on The Conspiracy Quest, we're discussing Project Bluebeam and how it might just be the link that Satan has with world dominance. One aspect should be mentioned is the use of advanced sound technology. It is speculated that certain sound frequencies or signals transmitted through various means, such as HAARP or High Frequency Active Oral Research Program, will be employed to induce altered states of consciousness, psychological effects, and even hallucinations in targeted individuals. There are only 736,000 people living in the entire state of Alaska, which is the largest in the country. 5 in every 1,000 go missing each year. That's over 60,000 in the past 20 years. Oddly enough, HAARP is in the heart of Alaska. There are many official reports by residents of people that seem to be zombified and found wandering aimlessly in the middle of nowhere, and no obvious way of how they even got there. There are many such strange occurrences that get reported every month, which leads people wondering if these extremely high-intensity radio waves are actually affecting people's neural pathways or the electrical signals. No need for conspiracy when we have proof this technology actually exists, albeit at the hands of university scientists with infinitely less money than government black budget operations. Professor Mikhail Shapiro and Dr. Jerzy Zablowski at Caltech University show proof that ultrasound can deactivate parts of the brain. What's unique about this is combining existing technologies with the use of ultrasound to achieve this goal, dubbed sonogenetics, to selectively and non-invasively turn on groups of neurons in worms that could be a boon to science and medicine. Conspiracy, now fact. Just imagine what a dark budget can afford.
It was on the NASA website, and it was a document that actually is a PowerPoint presentation by Dennis Bushnell, the chief NASA scientist at the Langley Center. And it was presented in 2001, July of 2001, just a few months before 9/11.
So who wrote this NASA document, and was this intentional? Did they want the public to see this, do you think? Or?
Well, again, the Illuminati, the most wealthy, rich men on the face of the planet, always telegraph everything that they're going to do. So the fact that it was on the NASA website, it was certainly available to the public, but did they see it? Obviously not. Because had they looked at this document, you would know about it right now, and we don't. And that's the purpose of this discussion, is for people to know about this document. And then they talk about how the use of frequencies will be used in warfare. They talk about the use of low frequencies, microwave frequencies, and they mention in this NASA document the U.S. Army report. It's about a 20-page Army document that talks about the use of frequencies to target the enemy. We're the enemy. And they say 100% of the human population will be affected by these frequencies. This is the goal. This is the absolute goal. It's incarceration, it is enslavement, and it is depopulation. And it is massive mind control. The frequencies have multiple purposes. On this same page 93, they say exploit CNN syndrome. Now, CNN, of course, is the network, the news media network, propaganda machine, and was set up by the CIA. You can watch the movie called War on stopthecrime.net for all the background information on CNN.
Another element associated with Project Bluebeam is the role of mainstream media. Conspiracy theorists suggest that media will play a significant part in the disseminating and reinforcing the fabricated narratives, using their influence to shape public opinion and suppress dissenting voices.
In 1983, we had 50 companies, right? 90% of the media. 1983, 50 companies encapsulated the 90% of the media. Now it's been consolidated down to 6 companies. Those 6 companies are owned by just a couple families. Everything is controlled. They hand a script to the entire nation, and your local broadcaster is reading something that was planned to build your mental construct to control the way you think about everything.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and false
news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think, and this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 Additionally, some proponents claim that there are hidden symbols and messages embedded in popular culture, movies, and music that serve as subliminal programming to prepare people's minds for the grand deception of Project Bluebeam. There exists a wealth of compelling evidence showcasing the overwhelming prevalence of programming aimed at conditioning the collective consciousness of our world. From subtle narratives to overt displays, the media landscape appears saturated with pro-satanic propaganda.